It's the end of times all the time, or at least that's how it seems. That's how it feels. That's all I've known, or at least that's what I keep drifting back to. For when tomorrow exists, time doesn't. But when now is never, time is eternal. I sit here staring at a wall of my own making. It's a mental wall, obviously. This is a obvious metaphor for mental issues. Not the type of mental issues everyone likes to talk about these days and brag about. No TikToks about anxiety or depression here. No, this isn't a metaphor for chemical imbalances. This is pedantic philosophy for pussies. I hate saying that. I don't like gendered insults, but alliteration is just too good to forego. And quick aside, bitch is a non gendered word. Bitch. See, we can do these kind of things now, for we have time. And oh, you would know what that means, don't you? If we have time, then that means we are at the end of time. We wouldn't be here otherwise. Obviously, there's no reason to be so meta about this. We all know why we are here because we wouldn't be here otherwise. This is a shittier version of Occam's razor. I think I'll call it Occam's toothbrush. So now that we are at the end of times, what should we do? That's a trick question. See, we're currently writing this Mobius strip of thought because we don't have an answer to the first level question. Why are we trying to even ask the same question now that we're stuck down here? If we couldn't solve the problem at the surface level, why would it be any easier to solve with more complexities? What should we do? I don't know. I can feel myself pulled towards the two extremes, I guess. I want to wander through the abyss, floating on the clouds of mental antimatter until time ends. And at the same time, I want to fight against time itself, as if I can use superior logic and questioning to halt time. I guess I'll think about it, but thinking is a fighting action. I don't know how long I can last in the ring against time, but I'll put my hands up and bend my knees a little. So, have I beaten time before? We've fought a lot. I think my first fight with time lasted a few years. 4? 5? That fight was no fight at all. It was the equivalent of checking into the cuckoo's nest. I sat there taking my numbing pills, letting the wheelchair of life drag my limp body from government white room to government beige room. Well, I mean, that was the vast majority of the time. I don't know. At some point I asked the right question and time seemed to finally stop. I don't know what prompted that question. I must have been so bored that I accidentally asked the right question to stop time. But it worked. See, it was done through work, something like fighting, something like what I'm doing right now. Now that I think about it, how long have I been down here? I think I can look up and see myself from down here. The cool thing about being stuck at the end of time is that there is time here, so you can see how long you've been here. When you're not at the end of time, you have no perception of how long you aren't there for, which kind of sucks. I mean, only if you like to know numbers. If you don't care about the numbers, then I guess that doesn't matter. Actually, if you're not at the end of time and time doesn't exist, then that means those moments didn't really exist either, which actually sucks. Preference for numbers disregarded. But actually no, this is wrong too. We don't care if time doesn't exist or if we don't exist. That is all fine and probably actually good. As long as time doesn't exist, that's all that matters. Oh, huh. Wow. See, this is kind of easy. What the fuck? Who did that? Huh? Who added another level? Why the fuck did you just have to think that, huh? Now we are another level deeper. You just had to think that it was so easy. You just had to tell that stupid joke. It's so funny that this shit is so easy, yet no one would remember you or your name, unlike everyone knowing Aristotle or Plato. So funny that those two are so well known and studied, even though this shit is so easy. Well, I hope your laughs were worth it, you worthless sack of shit that will be forgotten and never truly appreciated. It doesn't suck to be Atlas because you have the world on your back for all eternity. It sucks to be Atlas because you're a god subjected to a menial physical task. The higher you put your self image, the worse it's going to be when it comes crashing back to reality. And now, can't you see that? What's even the point of having a self image, anyways, huh? Uh, I'm, I mean, what is the point? I, I think I seem to always fuck it up anyways all the time, right? Well, huh. Having no self-image is interesting, right? It's supposedly pretty bad, no? No confidence to do anything, no sense of achievement or accomplishment. I guess I don't know why you can't just do things without the confidence to do them. Actually, after saying that out loud, I think I figured it out. It's because you won't do them without the motivation to know you can do them or the feeling of gratification that you get from completing them. And both of those things require a self image, a sense of confidence. This is starting to make some sense now. So, in order to create something truly superior, truly incredible, you need to have a very large ego, huh? And that large ego holds with it more potential energy. So, when it slips and falls, it crashes to the ground with greater force, causing worse injury. Wow. Did you feel that for a second? I think time stopped during that one. I wasn't feeling time. I don't know how long I forwent time, but I know it didn't exist just now. But now I'm back in, which means I'm back in time, which means I'm at the end of time. A loathsome place to be indeed. But honestly, I just pumped some air back into my ego, and I think I'm at a higher level than I was before, so that's okay and nice. Well, I guess I should stop thinking about why I'm fighting and just continue to fight, right? Every eighth second, I can feel my conscious slip down the slide of infinite turtles. That's just what happens when you're in the ring against time at the end of time. See, now the feeling of numbing nothingness sounds nice, right? Sounds relaxing. Well, I mean, relaxing is a feeling, so I guess it wouldn't be relaxing because in that state, you don't get to feel anything besides time, remember? But even still, the feeling of existing with time is better than the feeling of being crushed by it. At least I think. Okay, enough turtle ladders, you dumb fuck. Remember what you came here for. You came to ask a question, I think, right? Something about what we are doing, why we are doing, who we are. What the fuck was the question again? Dude, fuck this shit. I want nothing. No, I don't want nothing. I want something, right? Fuck. Why does it hurt to want something? Time, stop making it hurt to want something. That's not fair. Yes, I fucking know that fairness doesn't exist in physics. Let me speak using metaphors in this larger metaphor without feeling the pain of being overly meta in my metaphor, you meta whore. No, this isn't the metaverse. No, I will not spit a verse. No, I do not want green eggs and ham. Where the fuck even am I? Okay, sorry, turtle slides got hands. So, I'm currently at the end of time, right? Why am I at the end of time? Well, I'm at the end of time because this is the place I enter when I don't think there is a way forward. Okay, and why is there no way forward? Well, because life is a maze of winding turns and splitting branches and walls, lots of walls. That's what a maze is made out of, after all. And you've been on this path for a while, hopping out of dead ends and making progress. Progress towards what? Fuck, are you serious? We dropped way more floors than last time. Holy shit. Actually, I don't care that we dropped a lot of floors. That was too much to handle. I'm gonna go hang out with nothingness for a while. I don't care right now. I can't care. I don't know what it means to care. I'm cold. Wait, why can I feel cold? Fuck, I'm out of nothing. Ugh, so easy to pop out of nothing on accident. Why is it so hard to do nothing? Ugh, I think we dropped another floor from that question. Wait, this is so dumb. I'm only allowed to go up floors by asking questions, but questions also make me descend floors. This is so dumb. I miss nothing. This feels like I'm trying to solve a puzzle. Like a literal puzzle, the ones made out of cardboard with the funky shapes, but I don't know what the final puzzle's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to be. Is it a picture of static noise? New York City? A place or thing I've never seen before and can never truly understand until the end? And they keep giving me only one puzzle piece at a time and not letting me get another puzzle piece until I've placed the one I've been given. And obviously, these pieces are given to me at random, but yeah, I got a new piece for ya. Wait, I forgot. I forgot it while typing up that long analogy about the puzzle. Is an analogy a metaphor? Why am I getting emails right now? I'm N levels deep at the end of time and I still have to check my email? Don't even have time to be depressed anymore. Shake my head. It's so weird to type out shake my head instead of SMH. Feels even cringier to say out loud. But I guess this comes with the job. Oh, and again, not a piece about depression, like the mental illness. Nah, I was using depressed to mean sad or thoughtful or whatever. I mean, fuck you. This is a huge, big metaphor that I'm mostly writing for myself. If you can't understand the symbolism in what I'm saying and understand the meaning of the words I'm using incorrectly, then that's on you, not me, the author. I'm sorry, these slides. When you recover from a turtle slide, it's like waking up. You have no clue where you are or where you left off. I mean, you as the viewer know where we just were, but not I. As the viewer, you've watched this in minutes, maybe stuck in time, or maybe with no time at all. But me living through this during the end of time, it's been a very, very long time. So I seem to think that this has something to do with one of my previous questions. I'm doing my best to not go and reread my script to figure out where I left off. No, that would be cheating. And as someone who is currently in a death match against time, cheating just isn't right. Don't ask what it means to be right or what right even is. I know you want to ask that, but just ignore it. Wait, that's how I stopped time the first time. I was at the end of time. I just said, fuck it, I don't care anymore. And that strategy seemed to work kind of okay. It just stopped me from falling more floors. And I think it's a temporary solution. I don't think it will prevent time from starting and ending again in the future. And we want to prevent that. So I wonder how much time I spent typing versus thinking. Am I able to type at the speed of thought at some point? How many thoughts have I failed to capture due to being too slow to type them out? And again, fuck off, email. I want to be depressed, not preoccupied. The puzzle piece, yes, I remember. The puzzle piece I recently got was something to do with the sunk cost fallacy. Or maybe it's just sunk costs in general. Ah, it's starting to click. Okay, so the idea of sunk costs are at war with the idea of responsibilities and limitations. It's not that I don't want to backtrack out of the maze away from where I currently am because I'm afraid of giving up the progress I've made, aka sunk costs. No, it's not that. It's I've acquired things by going down this section of the maze. And the further I've gone down this section, the more I've acquired and the more they've started to mean to me. If I go back, I'll have to give up those things. And it's not that I'm afraid of giving them up or losing on progress. It's that I'm afraid I'll be worse off without those things. That's what the wall is in front of me. That's why time started, because I can't find a way forward while still carrying all these things I've come to love, need, and want. Also, carrying some of these things is starting to hurt. Yeah, when I picked these things up at first, I was super excited and loved them a lot. But the more I've used them, the more I've realized their own limitations, requirements, and costs. It's a super shitty situation because I can't just put one of them down. If I put something down, then I'll lose it forever. I can't compare my life to having that thing versus not having it and then deciding which one is better. No, I have to just sit here and imagine it. But forecasting is hard and inaccurate, which makes this even more difficult. I know that sitting here and imagining life without these things may be very inaccurate, and that I could be missing something huge and would lead me to regret my decision. Hmm. So now we are talking about the problem, not really solving it. But something tells me that talking about the problem is good. Oh, a puzzle piece. It's because understanding the limitations and conditions is important in formulating solutions. There you go, buddy. Just like business school taught you. Totally worth the debt to maybe make some progress on this problem. Okay, I'm at a wall, and I know I made this wall. Why can't I just destroy the wall? Oh, puzzle piece. Cool. This wall only can be destroyed by putting down some of the things I've acquired. Ah, that sucks. It sucks way more than you can even understand. Let me explain. So, to put something down means I can no longer have or use that thing, right? Well, I don't know what is ahead of me in the maze. I don't know what is required to get through the rest of the maze. What if I throw away something that I might need later? So this forces me to forecast. So now I have to guess what challenges I'll be forced to meet up ahead and what tools I'll need to get through them. And this would be one thing if I was trying to do this for a backpacking trip. It's another to do it for just life in general. Okay, so two problems. One, this fucking wall. Two, some of the items I've picked up are getting heavy to carry, but I don't know what to throw away. Oh, and third problem, the items I have are not your average items. This isn't a baseball bat or a pocket knife. No, these are objects that can change, sometimes with or without my interference or desire. These things also have a lot of properties I don't know about, and they also interact uniquely with other things in ways I don't know about. The more I think about what I know, the more I understand what I actually don't know. I haven't said the word time in a while. I think I should remind you that I'm currently stuck at the end of time. I'm tired of fighting time. I'm going to go do nothing now.